Lovely to see you. We're all about pulling a finger today. We have various colours of theraputty. So this is all about having great putty play, Play-Doh play for all ages. Really good stuff. You can make it with flour or water. But we're also going to start with some activities that you don't actually need theraputty for. It's all about developing the integrity of your finger integration with your brain and with the muscles and tendons, ligaments, joints, just getting really good impact up to the brain. So lovely to see you. First one without the theraputty is finger pulls. So you can play this as a game if you want to. It's a bit like arm wrestling to see who can win if you're doing arm wrestling. So you can do finger pulls. All caution, of course, if you have any joint issues. But you can see have a game and see if your pinky, see if your little finger's stronger than the person that you're playing with, or just do it yourself just to pull. It's wonderful proprioceptive input and build your finger strength as you pull against it. So you can do that if you're watching something else or just sitting in the garden or just want to have a little fun around the kitchen table. So there are your finger pulls, and you can do finger presses where again you can kind of like compete and see who can push the strongest way. If you've got hypermobile joints, probably not great because it'll click it out. So this one wouldn't be the best one for you unless you can do it in such a way that you can protect the way that your joints are. So you can do your little finger presses. So moving on to the theraputty that I say can be built, can be created in with flour and water or Play-Doh, any other activities. So the first one is where you squeeze it. These are more specific exercises to build up the strength. You have your finger flat, you have your hand flat as you can, and you squeeze the thumb. So you're squeezing the thumb into the side of your hand. And then you do it with one hand, and then you do it with the other hand. So there's your thumb squeezes. That's adducting that position. And then you want to do the opposite, which is actually pulling those fingers apart. So you wrap your theraputty or your Play-Doh around two fingers and pull, and see how easy that is for you to pull against it. This is a soft stretch, and then the next one, see how strong those fingers are. You can just wrap it around and then try and pull those two away, and then try with the other hand. This is a soft version. If I move it up to, that's extra soft. This is technically a medium, and you can tell just how hard. Maybe you can't see it from there, but it's a much firmer putty. So you can get different strengths. On my website, christianoccupationaltherapy.com, you'll see I've got an Amazon store there where you can have a look at different types of theraputty. That's much harder, so you can really test yourself with getting different types of strength to pull. I don't know if you want this one. This one's easier, and then this one is easier still, just to pull apart. So you've done your pinching, you've done your adduction and abduction. They're just two ways of moving your fingers in and out. The next one, we want to extend and really pull those fingers up. So you wrap it around a finger, and then you pull that finger up. So it's not you pulling it down with this hand, it's you trying to pull up pull this up with the strength of your finger. If you have songs, if you have rhymes, put these to these if you like that kind of thing. If not, let's just test and strengthen up those fingers. Really, really good finger strength activities. The tiny one. Okay, I'm not going to pull it down. There we go. There's me pulling it up. So again, you do that with one hand and you do that with the other side. I'm going to change colour, and we're just going to do little pinches. So squeeze it down and then pinch right the way through if you can. Thumb and finger. And the next one, it's a lovely opposition. So we've done the pulling away and now we're doing the pushing down and making lovely holes. If you had different colours or smaller versions of these, you can make little peas, you can pretend to make food, but you wouldn't eat it. And the little one there. Finger scissors is next. You want maybe a smaller piece of putty this time. So it's not too big, or you can stick with and you want to squeeze them together. So pretend that they are scissors and you're making a lovely squishing. And fold it up. Squeeze. Scissor those two together. And it's going to build up your hand muscle strength, no problem, over time. Just stick with the fingers for this one, actually. We'll move on to the thumb later. Really good for handwriting, for scissor skills, for being able to do up buttons. Lots of practical applications when you have really strong and dexterous fingers. So the next one, we're actually going to, I love this one. This one's the pancake. So you kind of put the whole thing on top of all your fingers and thumbs, like that. And then you want to squeeze it out, or pull it out, and make a lovely pancake. Or you can pretend you're an Italian chef and spin your pizza base. So it's a pancake or a pizza base, but you put it on top of your fingers. It's a nice one actually when you can just spin it around. That's really lovely too. Stick it on top of your fingers and then pull out. And see if you can do it without making a hole in it. So you can make a pizza base. Do it with your flour today if you make pizza for lunch. And see if you can spread it out using those fingers. I'm going to change it again. Now we're going to do a full a sausage squeeze. So you put round it into here, into a sausage shape, and then you want to squeeze into it as much as you possibly can and get those lovely fingerprints, those fingers into there for a good squeeze. I'm going to do it with the other hand just because I love doing this one. It's great for releasing stress as well as everything else. You get a lovely finger pattern. Then a few more, we're going to hook. We're going to do squeezing in a different way. We're going to hook these down. You're going to have a flat hand with a hook there and squeeze it in. So it's slightly different. It's just with the hook side of doing it with your finger that way. So it's a different type of squeeze rather than with the whole hand. It's just the fingers to hold together in a hook and squeeze, and the thumb stays out. It's just squeezing with that hook position. And we've worked on the fingers, we've worked on extending the fingers. Now we're going to work on pulling up with the thumb. So we shall stick it around the thumb and then pull up with the thumb. That's quite easy with that one actually. Our thumbs are quite strong generally. So it's just checking that your thumbs are strong too. So wrap it round and pull up with a thumb. Next one is really good for developing. We need these 3 fingers to be strong for handwriting. So 3 finger pinch and pull. So you kind of use your 3 fingers and you can pinch it and then pull it. So 3 fingers, pinch and pull. So we've got a different colour. Oh, that's much harder as you get up there. Colours, pinch and pull. And the last one's for our thumb. So you have your hand up and there you squeeze your thumb into the side of your hand. So that's moving the thumb sideways. And the last one is when you're pushing your thumb into towards your little finger and you move it over. It's always stronger. We can do those activities just with our hands, but when you have something to press against, there's a lot more work for the hands to do. So there's our lovely go pull a finger, thumb and finger exercises today, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.